Okay. Prefacing the video, I have a tongue tie. Scroll if you think that makes me less intelligent on what I'm speaking about, because I'm not going to keep going over that. With that being said, why do they want to put a nuclear reactor on the moon? I have spent my time going through and doing best to get a script to break it down so anybody can understand this, okay? So let's talk about why they actually want to put a nuclear reactor on the moon. Because it's not just about science. And it's definitely not as safe or well regulated as they want you to think. And that's where we need to kind of slow it down and break it down, okay? So the surface of the moon is brutal. You've got 2 weeks of sunlight and 2 weeks of darkness. You know, the dark side of the moon. There's no wind, no water, and no atmosphere. So if you want to run any kind of equipment up there, like rovers, communication systems, research stations, you need constant power. So, I know some of the comments mentioned what about solar panels, which is great until the sun goes down for 14 days. Batteries are cool if you want to carry up thousands of pounds of backup power. So what's left? Nuclear fission. The same type of tech we use, on Earth here, based reactors. So their pitch is, we'll just bring up a tiny reactor, set it down, and boom, power for years, right? Except we can't fix it if something breaks. We can't contain it if it leaks. And if the rocket carrying it explodes on the way up, that's not just oopsie NASA moment. That's radioactive material scattered throughout the atmosphere. Our atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere. That is why I am talking about this now before launch day. So this is not a conspiracy theory. These are publicly available documents. Google is free. I do highly suggest you do your own research. Do not take what I say at face value. I want you to educate yourself. I actually condone it. I want you to. Okay? And it's already been approved to move forward, unfortunately, by NASA, the Department of Energy, and defense contractors. There are at least 3 companies already building prototype reactors right now for moon deployment, and that's the scary part. And you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this just for science, for space exploration? Sort of, but it's really not. Not entirely. That's like a tiny fraction of what's going on. This is about being first to plant the flag on the moon's resources. It's about military dominance. It always is, especially when it's to China and the United States, okay? It's about being able to own power in space, literally. And once one country does it, the others are going to follow, and that's the other issue. This is the start of a nuclear arms race in space, and it's not going to end here, okay? So I'm not fear-mongering. I'm telling you what's in the proposals, and if we don't push for actual global regulations now, ones with real enforcement power, this doesn't end well for any of us. Any of us, because it's 2030's launch date. So if you have genuine questions about science or policies, please drop them in the comments. I'm not here to mock people who are actually trying to learn. But if you're going to laugh at my tongue tie or tell me space isn't real, please just save us both the time and keep scrolling. We do not have a backup Earth. And you've already seen what billionaires have done to Earth. And I don't trust billionaires with the moon either.